I played for the Cardinals in the years of 1963, 64, and 65.
Well, I'm Dave Probilla, UConn graduate, played ball here in 64 and 65.
Andy Thompson on the 93 team, and I played outfield. I was right field. I was a center fielder coming in, but we had a really, really good center fielder, Jay Payton, so I ended up playing right field, and they brought me in a few times to close, believe it or not. I don't know if you remember that.
I do.
So I had a decent arm and, went to University of Illinois.
I was from Jacksonville University, Andy Escala. They called me Boomer back then. I had blonde hair, but that's gone. I played center field too, but Jay was a good center fielder, so they moved me to left. So great experience, great memories. So happy to be back. And we haven't seen each other in 30-something years, so it was great.
They agreed to let me come do a tryout. I think a roster spot must have opened. And back then, roster spots, you got your spot, you stayed. Like now the turnover is incredible. So it was about a week before the season. I threw a bullpen right back there for the coaches. They liked what they saw. They had a preseason scrimmage versus, I think it was a traveling all-star team from the Midwest. So I threw 3 or 4 innings against them and did well and ended up earning a spot and staying the summer.
It was great to see him. He was the first person I saw here because my wife couldn't come up today. And she's like, "You're not going to see anybody you know." I didn't think, and there was the first person from my team. So it was great.
We've had lifelong relationships. And in fact, we both met our wives-to-be here on the Cape.
Show them some of the old
tricks.
Zavorskas Probilla stuff, where we excelled in the double play
Second
action.
baseman, shortstop. I thought I had a good arm and could play a deep shortstop, but anything I was lacking, I knew David was by my side, and we worked well together as a unit. Our 64 team had the best winning percentage, at least according to the yearbook, of any of the teams up even to current day.
Yeah. The memory of being around some of the people that gave me the start in my career, I owed them so much, and they were legends to me and personally, and it just changed my life. So, yeah, it was huge.
I have my roster book. I like to show it to people because if you go down the roster and you look at it, it's BYU, Georgia Tech, all these different schools, and then Manhattanville, which more than a few times fans would kind of shout out to me, "Where the heck is Manhattanville?" But I'm very proud of it. I'm like the only kid ever to play in the Cape from our school, and the only kid actually to ever be drafted from our school. And again, it's all because of my opportunities here.
And we talk about that 64 team that was probably the best baseball team I ever played on. And I played on the UConn World Series baseball team with 65. But I would say that our Orleans Cardinals team from 64 would have handed them their lunch.
We won. So that was the big memory.
Yeah, we won every game on the road in the playoffs, and then so we played Wareham in the finals. So we won game 1, and we're not going back down there for game 3. So we had to win at home, and so we wore gray pants and white jerseys, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So we had the ugliest uniforms, but it was just because we always won in the grays. So we won like the most ugly. And we were just talking about how there's no Instagram or cell phones back then, so very little photographic memories from back then.
There might be one picture.
Yeah, there might be one picture of us.
Second time I pitched was at Hyannis. Did pretty well, and after the game, a scout came up to me and my family and said, "We're looking forward to following you." And it was like the first time I actually thought maybe I had a chance to play professionally.
I think the biggest change for me was when I came down the intersection of 39 and 28, hit the stoplight here and said, "Oh my gosh, home plate. Home plate used to be at the corner back there." We were undergraduates back in 63, 64, and 65, but we also had guys that had played AAA back in the day, and we learned more about ins and outs of how to play the game from a pro perspective.
Everything's changed, and it's becoming much larger. It's a bigger brand. It's known nationally. I mean, you look at the draft just the other day, we had 197 players drafted. We had 17 go in the first round that played in this league. It's the league to be at.
Outside of the scoreboard, there's not much that's changed, right?
Yeah, no,
Which
it's,
makes me also happy because it's Eldredge Park. I mean, it's amazing.
The experience of playing the Cape League, you can't underestimate the impact that it made on character building.
Yeah, I would come to the games and just, sit back with a lot of pride that I was a small piece of it.
Like I said, it changed my life. I mean, everything. Met my wife here, own a house here, had people that gave me my first career opportunity.
I make sure that when we come up, I always get a seat on the bank and sit. And I mean, the feel is the same. The field is the same. So just a lot of memories that come through sitting here watching. Great memory. I mean, it really was the best summer of my life.